Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. What is our project today? I've got my nail bag out. I've already got some measurements written down. I've got my tape measure out. And I need to do something with some storage underneath this bed. And today is the day to do it. Now, I've got some storage bins under here already, but they're really super hard to get out. Let me see if I can get this one here. See, I gotta push down on it, down tight to the carpet, and then pull it out. Look at that. Ooh. And see, we've got storage stuff under here, and we've got them in these long bins like that. I've got one there, one over here, one here, actually 5 along this side, and then I butted them end for end, so we've got 10. Can you believe that? We've got 10 of these under there, and they have different ones at the store and stuff. But see, when I went to the store, I measured these, and I think they were 6 inches. They were 6 inches, and I measured on the bed. And are all bed frames created equal? No, well, no, they're not. And see, when I measured this one, I've got 5.5 inches now, but initially when I measured it, I had close to 6 inches, maybe 5 and 7/8 or so. And see, over time, we had just put this bed down on top of the carpets, new carpet, new pad and all that kind of stuff, and I was able to fit them under there. A little bit difficult, but not as hard as they are now, my word. And that's because over time, your bed frame is going to sink into your carpet and your carpet pad. Now see, here on the front, it's just a round goodie. On the back is a, you see that one down there? It's rectangular down there. And after a while, it just depresses down into the carpet or pushes the carpet. And the pad is pretty stout stuff, but you can imagine at those 4 points, the pad, instead of being this thick, brand new, it's been pushed down a little bit. And over time, since we put these in here, a few months go by, and over time, these settle down just a little bit. And now they're super hard to get in. And see, I told you I had 10 of those, and because this is a king bed, they all fit in here nicely. Now, if you have a queen bed, let's just show you. Let's just show you on this queen bed. Obviously there's not enough room. So if you have those long trays, you could put them from here over, and then you could put in side by side, and then over here you could put them lengthwise, maybe 1 or 2 lengthwise, because you're not going to be able to get them all in there because they're going to stick out. Well, if you get some smaller ones, you can fit them in there. And I'll just show you here real quick. And we got these at Walmart. And see, this bed frame is a little bit higher. See here? They're not as long, right? She's got all kinds of candles in here. She probably doesn't even know all this stuff is in there. And we were able to stick those end for end and line them all up in here. Now see, this bed frame here is 6 5/8 of an inch. And so are all bed frames created equal? No. And see, this is a wood side, basically kind of like the other one over there. And sometimes you don't have bed frames like that. Sometimes maybe you just have the metal frame or something, but you want to measure on there. And if you can get them to fit those containers underneath there, why not? Because you've got all of this extra storage underneath there. Granted, this one has some chintzy old little drawers, but that's all the storage you get. If you get those bins, you can put all those in there. And And they have different sizes. I had to go to quite a few different Walmarts to find all of these long ones. See, this is the same thickness as that other one, but they're just longer. And then they have actually shorter ones too. So what am I going to do here? Do I say, it's just too hard to get them out? You're not going to use them very often anyways, or you measure your bed frame and you got 5 3/4 and you need 6 inches, it's not going to work. There's no way you're going to want to cut that down or anything at the bottom or anything. And so you can still do it. And what I'm going to do, hey, I always try to figure out a way to fix things. I'm going to take some plywood, and I happen to have some scrap plywood in the garage. I think it's 5/8 of an inch thick, maybe even 3/4 inch thick. I'm going to cut a little square to fit underneath there, and then a long rectangular one to fit underneath that side. And then I'm going to lift this up, and I'm going to put them in there. That's going to raise this bed frame up, however thick those plywood pieces are. And see, underneath the bed, because this is a king frame, see, here's a leg right here, and there's like 3 of them here, and 3, I think there's 9 of those legs under there, but those are screwed up underneath. Like I say, all bed frames are not created equal, and those have threaded rod on there. So I think because when I raise up the 4 corners, that's going to make those feet too short. So hopefully they have enough threads to unscrew to make it go all the way down to the ground again. If not, I might just take some little square pieces of plywood and put underneath those too, because there's no way I'm going to have to struggle to get these out of there anymore. I want to just slide them right out. Okay? And that's my project today. And you know, I'm not going to show you how to cut all the plywood and all that kind of stuff. I will, after I have the little pieces cut, I will show you how I'm going to raise this up, because see, on these sides you got to be careful, because on the bed, on these bed frames, wood, you've got those little knuckle things on the ends, like that kind of hook down. And so I can't just lift the side up to get that. I'm gonna have to move this, and I'm gonna have to reach back in there and lift up this actual piece from right here to lift that up, slide a little piece of plywood. I can't just try to lift this side piece up, because if I try to lift the side up, it's just going to come out of the grooves there, and then I'm going to have to try to fit it back in there and all that kind of stuff. So when I lift this here, I won't lift this section. I'll reach down here and lift from there up, slide the little block under there. Once I put those blocks in, you're not really going to see that block, because it's going to be pushed. It's going to be pushed down. Basically, I'm just all I'm doing is lifting the frame up, and I'm pretty sure it's going to work. Stick around so you can see how I'm going to do this. Now see, I happen to have some little pieces here. Look at that. I can cut it right out of that. And see these extra pieces here? I got those when I was when I demoed this countertop before we put this quartz countertop in here. Remember? If you've been watching all my my videos on this condo rehab, you will have seen that this was black tiles with concrete mortar underneath, with what did it have? It had chicken wire underneath that, and then it had all of that plywood underneath there, and I was able to save that plywood, and I saved it all. And then the big pieces that I happen to have, you know, I ended up cutting them in strips so that I could use these for shelves sometime or something like that. And then I had some small little scrap pieces in this. I didn't throw that stuff away. Sometimes you might think, yeah, you know, Pat Rack Video Joe, but hey, sometimes you got to just save little pieces of stuff. So see, this stuff here is, let's just take a quick measure of this. I thought it was 5/8, could be 3/4. Yep, this is 3/4 inch material. So see, I can use some little pieces out of here, or cut this angled piece. I don't know. I might save that. I'll probably end up cutting out of this piece here, but I'll use some of these other ones to put down there so that I've got something where I can cut this, so I've got a back piece on there so I can lay these down on the ground, and then I can just cut some strips out of that. That's what I'm going to do right there. Okay, here's my scrap plywood. I made these just square, and these two square ones are going to fit underneath these. And I only made them, see, those are about 5 inches in diameter. These are about 2 1/4 square. So I can put that right up underneath there. And those other legs are about 2 by 5. So I made this 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. And pretty much when I put that down there, I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to see any of the edge of the plywood. If I happen to see a little bit, it's way back in the corner. I'm not really gonna worry about it too much. I say that, but we'll see. When I set that down in there, I think I'm not gonna see it at all. But if I do see it there, I'm gonna have to decide what to do. I may have to cut those squares a little bit smaller. So before I get going, obviously I've got to move this nightstand over. I've got to move the other one over, flip it around sideways so I can reach in the back. Remember, I can't lift off to the side, and so I'll get all set up, and I'll not raise this up until I get ready to show you. To see if I can do it. I'm pretty sure I can do it. It should be fine. I should be able to get it up there by myself without anybody helping me. All right. Be back in a jiff. I'm just getting ready to lift this now. If you have a long area here, see, we've got drawers. We've got drawers here. And sometimes they might have a little leg that fits down there. And I don't think they have one here, but if they did, if it's got threads on it, if you can unscrew it 3/4 of an inch, fine. Chances are it might just be a stationary one, so then you'd have to take one of those blocks and put it there too, okay? So I have not tried to lift this bed yet. This sucker is going to be heavy because, of course, well, actually it's got a big huge mattress. Look how thick this mattress is. Look at this, from here down to here. The box springs, look, it's just this little piece, about 2 inches tall. That's it. So, when you go to the store to buy your bed, sometimes the box spring is not going to be very thick, depending on what kind of mattress you get, how thick it is, how tall your bed frame is, and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to get it home and then find out, oh, it's too low after you put everything together, or they give you thick box spring down there, and then this bed's way up too high or something. You always want to kind of check that out when you're at the store, because we've even had it happen to us. Okay, so now I don't know. I've got my back brace on, my knee brace on. Got my plywood here, and there he has it. I'm gonna lift that up, and I'm gonna shove that under there. If I can lift it up. I'm hoping I don't need Momi. I think I can tilt this up. Yeah, I think I can do it. Oh, there we go. Oh, there it is. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah. Whew. That was kind of hard. Now you might think that plywood should be showing. Well, look at this. Look at this. You can't even really see it, can you? That's how far this frame pushed down into the carpet, and the carpet backing and the carpet pad. See how when you get feet like this, see how much it depresses that, and it actually will depress your carpet pad. Now obviously, if you had a bed frame like this, and if you had it on wood laminate floor, tile floor, linoleum floor, any kind of hardwood floor. Of course, it's not going to sink in like that, right? Okay, not sure where I'm gonna set you up to be out of my way. See if I can't lift this up. Oh. Yeah. Oh man, holy Toledo. This is gonna be heavy. And I can't lift on this side. I gotta lift from over here. And man, I'm not sure. Last thing I want to do is hurt my back. You know what I mean? Ooh, I wonder, I might, I guess I could take these two drawers out. I just don't want to hurt myself here. How else could I do this? You know, I could put a couple blocks and a long 2x4 and push down on that. But how else can I do that? Because as I'm lifting up, I don't want it to hit the wall over there. I don't think I will. It's just I don't know how far I can raise it over here and then lift it as well. Well, I'll try it. I'll try it here. I think I'm going to keep the camera going. Last thing I want to do is hurt my back. I'm going to put my gloves on. I'm going to think strong and muscle is sucker. If it was just me on this desert island, how can I get that up there? And I can do it. You know, that's just all there is to it. I can do it. Man, I wonder if I could get it like that. See, I don't want to put too much weight on my back. Yeah, I'm going to get you situated different here. I just want to see, however I do it, I'm kind of messed up. Get you over here. These drawers are kind of tricky to get up and to get out. And I'm just trying to see how well I can do this. Yeah, then how am I supposed to reach it down there? Good grief. I'm just gonna have to set you over here and go for it. Okay? I'm just gonna have to go for it and see what I can do about muscling this up. And then maybe I can kick it under there with my knee or something. Oh, second. I don't want to lift on that or else that's just going to pop out of there. Oh, yeah, it's really, I really need Momi here to do this. I don't know how I'm supposed to lift it up and put it under all in the same go. All right, I got to think about this for a minute. Okay, I'm going to try to take this out, and lots of times on drawers, you may think, how am I supposed to do that? And on this one, there's a little thing right in here. It's very small, and this one you push down, and the other side you pull up to get the drawer out. Let's see, where is it? Oh, right there. Okay. So this left one up, right one down, and now I'm pushing it down. Now I can gently pull that. And that's how you get those out. Whew. That's going to be kind of tricky to get back in. But see, to get back in, I would just leave it pushed in like that and then line it up and stuff, okay? Now that might give me a better place to lift up on and see if I can't do this all by myself. Yeah, I know. The other way would be to pull the mattress off by myself, lean it over and all that kind of stuff. I really don't want to do all that. I really don't want to do that. Yeah, this is even going to be tricky. How can I do this easily without breaking my back? Maybe I should put that there. Okay, I'll try it that way. Okay, come on. Come on. Line it up right there. Almost. Whew. Whew. Okay, it looks like I just keep pushing it in there with my foot. Whew. Oh man. Now maybe I could lift it. I can lift it down here. See, I gotta slide it in further. I gotta slide it. There. There. I think I've done it. Whew. Almost got it too far now. There. There. Whew. 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 So I had to do it strategically so I didn't have to lift with my back. Now see there? Look at that. You can't even see that block, can you? See? Look at that. And now for the ultimate test. See, I've only done this side so far. I haven't done the left-hand side yet. And the left-hand side, I'll do that in a minute. But let's get the tray back. This tray should slide right in now. Okay? I'll take a quick measure with my tape before I slide it in. You remember it was 5 3/4 before. And so now, or no, 5 1/2, wouldn't it? And so that's 3/4, 5 1/2. This should be about 6 1/8. About 6 1/8, I'm gonna say, right here, or 6. And see, right on the carpet, I've got 6 1/16. And if I push this down a little bit, it'll go down even a little bit. But see, remember this is about 6 inches. Okay, look at this. All right, fit right in there now. Okay, it'll be nice and easy for me to take out from here on out. But I'm not done yet, right? I've got to do the other side. Then I've got to take a look at these legs down here, and I may have to pull these out. See, here's another one. And when we put them down there, she's got a label maker, and she puts the labels on the front, so we know exactly what's in there. And well, I'll take a look at that and see. Now there's some middle legs. I'm hoping to be able to reach the middle. Oh man, the middle legs. If I can't reach the middle legs to get I won't be able to slide through there. I'll have to wait until Mommy gets home so I can slide the mattress off. Well, I might be able to do it without her. I guess I can take the mattress, slide it over that way, tilt it, pull one of the box springs, the box out, because there's 2 boxes usually, and then reach down in there or something. I don't know. I'll just have to see. because I was hoping to do this all without Mommy's help, because she's out and about running some errands, and I wanted to have this whole thing fixed before she got home. So, you know, if you're going to do something like this, you put the plywood under, like I just showed you on this side, and don't forget anything else that's underneath the bed. You're going to have to do stuff with those legs. And I see that where this drawer, where these two drawers were, see how deep it goes? Way back in there. It goes back to about here. There's one little leg about right there with some threads on it, and I'll probably have to do something there too. You know, just to be on the safe side. And if those don't unscrew 3/4, which I don't know, I just don't think they will, because the little slats are 3/4 inch 1x3s or something like that. And so what I may end up doing is just cutting some more blocks about this size, and then I can slip them under the other pieces where they are, and not even have to unscrew them or anything. Do you see what I'm saying? And so I may have to do that, and I think there's nine different areas, boom, 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 3 in the middle, 3 on that side, and 1 over here, so 10 of those. Because see, it's hard to see, but see there's 1 here, there's 1 there, and there's one up, in there, and those are about here. Okay, then there's another row right down the middle. There's another row over here, and then that other one right in here. 10 of those, son of a gun. Oh well, hey, I'll do it. And see, I can make those this big. This is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Or I can make them 2 1/2, 2 1/2, 3 by 3, whatever I want, because those are 1 1/2 or 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 square with threads at the top, and that's it. Okay, and I want it big enough in case the bed moves around, but it should be fine. It's you know, it's heavy enough and everything. And don't kid yourself if some areas under there aren't the same size or something, depending on how old your bed is and all that kind of stuff. It might have a slight sag in it. You make sure to put all the blocks the same underneath your bed. Okay, all right, it's time for me to move over there. I've got to move some stuff over there, and I think I may have to undo that drawer too, just to be on the safe side. This side it will be a little bit easier because I'll be able to use my right arm over there and stuff, but I'll get set up for that side, and we'll go some more. Okay, thanks for joining me. Okay, I'm almost ready for that. I took this other drawer out, and that's on the side extension with the ball bearings and stuff like this. Okay, and the trick on those is you've got to have those pulled out. You have to pull the drawer out all the way before you take that goodie on the sides. On the left one, I had to lift up, and the right one I had to push down, or no, the very opposite. Left one I pushed down, right one I had to lift up. And it's not going to come out unless you have that drawer pulled all the way out. Then you have to be careful with it. Don't just force the thing, because if you do, and you start bending this is very tinny, and there's little ball bearings in there. If those start coming out, you know you've tweaked this too much, or maybe that's why it's not going in and out properly. You may have to tweak one of these up or down and find the ball bearing that's missing. That could be back in here or something, and pinch it back together a little bit with some pliers and needle nose and stuff, and make sure this thing slides back. And see, when I put it back in, I'm going to leave it pushed in like that, and then just look for the little U-shaped, sideways U-shaped, like a C, and slide it in there. Of course, I'll have a light on, and I'll take everything out of here, because it's tricky to fit in there by yourself, especially as wide as these are. Take your time and don't force it. That's all I can say about that. Okay, time to do another one. And I've got my little rectangular block to fit under there. I measured that was 2 inches by 5 inches, so I made the block 1 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. Okay, and I've got to remember not to lift up on this side bit, but to lift up on this back bit. You know, the back right here. And so I get my block situated right there. Well, whew. Push it in a little bit. Okay. Now I can kind of tap it. See, I think I can get it just a little more. And maybe I should just get my hammer. I'll get my hammer out and my crummy screwdriver and just tap on it a little bit. There. Okay. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Okay. Whew. I could resituate the my square block down on this next piece. For that matter, you know, on this. Now, I'm not sure where I'm going to set you up. Yeah. See, this is what happens when you just move in and you still got stuff all over the place. Okay. All right. Let's just leave it like that. I still have to be careful here. Be mindful of your back. Lift with your legs as much as you can and all that good stuff. Because hey, you only got one back and you don't want to tweak it. And I'm not young as I used to be. And I just have to be careful. That's all. That's all. Maybe I could put my hand down in here like that and lift up right like that. Let's see. And put it over here on the side, maybe this time. Whatever I got to do, right? Let's see here. I can do it right like that. Come on, there it is. There it is. Okay, now, maybe I shouldn't even try to lift it anymore because I got it where it should be. Now I can just use my screwdriver. Yeah, that works. Okay, I can feel around there. Oh, look at that. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, that's good. Oh, look what I found. See this? It's a little screw with this, and when the guys initially came to install everything, they pulled everything out of the box, and these were to tighten up different things underneath the bed and on the side, and I thought, and they were short one, and I thought for sure they had another one because I counted them when the guys were here and everything. We looked all over for it. We could not find it. They ended up using a different screw and they got it fit, but there it is because it fell right down next to there. and it's been sitting there this whole time. Okay, so I guess that's an extra screw that I can save with all my other stuff. And I tapped it. I tapped it in there, and I can feel around there and see where it is in relation. That's probably fine. I'm liking that. You can't really see anything there, and that's what I could have done in this other one. Just get it down in there, and then tap it into place. Now I'm going to feel this one because I'm pretty sure this one was about centered. Yeah. I think that's all right. That one's fine. If you could feel that it was off a little bit, you could tap on it and get it underneath there. But that, can you believe that? There's a 3/4 inch block under there. At first I started thinking, man, I think those might show. They don't show at all. They do not. They do not show at all. I'll get you back down there for one more look. Look at that. Can you see that? Can you see that block under there? I can't see it. And, you know, if you wanted to do a cheap screw, you could leave the rest of your bed alone, but I would not recommend it because eventually the middle of your bed is going to sag. Your 1x4 slats, 1x3 slats, whatever you got underneath there, plywood, however you got underneath there, that's going to slip a little bit. And do I want to leave the middle legs with nothing under them? Absolutely not. Because I can reach these 3 legs. I could reach this other leg from here down underneath. And I don't know if you can see. I don't think you can see that one. It's right here. Nope. It's down in there. I can't reach it because it's back a ways. But I think I could reach that one. And so I'm going to be short those 3 right down the middle. Can you believe that? But I don't want to not do those 3. Okay, I'm going to do them all and see. Yes, I've got stuff underneath my side too, and I've been needing to pull some stuff out, but I was just having a hard time getting to it because it had sunk down under there. And look at this. See there? It's just barely fitting now. And I'm liking that for sure. See, I got those. Here's another one over there. I got another one up there. Well, I guess we got 4. I thought I had 5 over there, but maybe not. Oh yeah, I got 2 pushed right up against the wall. So we got 5. Got 10 of those. 10 of these long ones. And I got, like I said, I got these at Walmart. Okay. All right. So now, I'm not really going to enjoy this next bit, but it's got to be done. I'm going to have to pull this mattress off of here, resituate everything. I'm going to take the stuff out of the drawers. See, I can put the drawers back in, right? And then I can pull this mattress off almost all the way. And if I take this mattress from here and pull it all the way over to here, I see we've got this footstool thing that we put at the end, and I can just lean it on that. Then I've got enough room to pull the other little box bits out of there, so that I can reach that middle section. You see what I mean? I'll show you here in a minute. Okay, keep watching if you want to see more, because I got more to show you. I'm not done with this project yet. And you know, if you're gonna do something, you might as well do it right. And yeah, it's taken me a while to do this, and I've got to have all the stuff pulled out. But hey, I want to do it once and be done, and do it right. I wasn't going to show you this next bit, but I thought, hey, why not? I'll show you how I get these back in there. And not all drawers are created equal. Not all drawers will have the little thing on the side. Now see, there's that little thing I was talking about. See how it's on a spring-loaded one? On that side, you lift up on it, see? And on this side, you push down on it. See, there it is right there. That side gets pushed down. And you don't see those all the way, and you can't pull it out all the way until you pull the drawer out all the way. You can't slide those. You see what I'm saying? And so now, see, if I pull these out all the way, I'm going to be fighting it because this is just going to push in as I'm trying to mess with one or the other. So what I like to do is I like to just push them in all the way, because then I'm just going to find that sideways C, like that, see? And I'm going to have that one pushed in, push that one in, push this one in, like that. I've got light on, and I hope I have enough light in here. And then see, because it's so big, I'm gonna fit one side in, that far left-hand side first, before I do the right-hand side. You see what I mean? You might be thinking, hey, anybody knows how to put drawers in, but hey, if you don't put them in right, and if you're not paying attention, you could really mess this up, okay? And so, I'm just kind of showing you how I do it. Okay. See, I need my, oh, there it is, okay. Now I can kind of hold it up. I got the left one in. I don't want to push it in very far. And then get that one pushed back in, and then I can look for that little side groove. I think I got it. And now, there. Okay, got it. Okay, look at it, make sure, because trust me, if you don't get this exactly right, you can go and try to shove it in there. You could wedge it in improperly, and then you're going to have a hard time pulling it back out, and all that kind of good stuff. And I can see this on the side, right there, and it's right where it needs to be. Okay, and that's fine. You try it a couple times to make sure it's in the right groove and all that good stuff. Whew. And you just have to see. I couldn't see it because it was kind of dark in there, and I was up a little bit too high. And you just don't want to force these buggers. You know, you'd think, how hard could it be? But you just have to spend a few minutes just to make sure that you got it right. I think I got it. Make sure, okay, they both clicked in. Now it's starting to push a little bit harder than the other one, but I've got it now. Okay, and they're both locking, because you want to, as you pull back out, you want to double check it, make sure one side's not cattywampus and this side didn't click, and maybe it didn't click for a reason because it's not in all the way, or what have you. Okay, all right, that's good enough for that. Now I can put this stuff back away and get ready for my next bit. All right. I couldn't reach that leg from there anyways. There was plywood all on the inside of that and everything. Make sure you don't have any grease on your hands and all that good stuff. Last thing you want is to get grease all over and that kind of thing. Okay, there we go. That's kind of nice. They have this section, but just, man, just don't forget about all the extra storage that you have underneath the rest of your bed. Okay, so now I've got to pull this over, and I'll do it, and I'll fish it over on top of this thing here. I think I'm going to turn this sideways. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll turn this sideways so I can get it. Just have this here like this, right? Look. And then I can pull the mattress right over on top of that. Back and forth, back and forth. I have to remake the bed and all that kind of stuff. Hey, step by step. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you do something like this? One step at a time. There we go. That's kind of nice. They have this section, but just, man, just don't forget about all the extra storage that you have underneath the rest of your bed. Okay, so now I've got to pull this over, and I'll do it, and I'll fish it over on top of this thing here. I think I'm going to turn this sideways. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll turn this sideways so I can get it. Just have this here like this, right? Look. And then I can pull the mattress right over on top of that. Back and forth, back and forth. I have to remake the bed and all that kind of stuff. Hey, step by step. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you do something like this? One step at a time. Ooh-wee, I got it. I got it by myself. That sucker was heavy. See? Remember, this one's just that much. That's it. And now I got to remember about where it's at. See, I've got just a little bit of a gap there, and on the sides I got an inch or so. I want to split the difference on there, and so now I'll take that up. I still want to be careful with that, and I don't know. I might just have to take up one side, because see, here's the slats right here. In fact, I think I can put my foot in between the slats, just barely, man. I'm gonna have to. Let's see. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna lift this up on here. Yeah. Because, see, I shouldn't have to take that one down all the way. And see, when they install stuff like this, you see, that's how it came, with this all connected, and then they just screwed every other one. And see those legs. Oh, look at that. There's more legs than I thought. There's one there. One there, one there, one there, one there. And see, they did every other one. See this one here, there's nothing. But then there's one there and one here. Okay? And so I'll have to look. I think there's one down underneath that too. And oh, you know what? Hey, I think they're just down the middle. I thought, why did I think they had them down the side too? I guess they don't have them down the side. I think they just have them down the middle. Man, I thought they had one here on the side. Oh, there, see? That's what I was feeling. And that's on the back of this. Okay, I see. Right there, and I think there's 3 of them on that. And then there's the 5 down the middle. let's see, I'm going to have 8 of those little blocks. And you see, I wasn't lying, was I? Look, there's two there. And the 2 that I pulled out, plus I was able to fit one down underneath that even. See? I got 5 along here, 5 along there. And there you go. Okay. So now I've got to look and see. I'll just pull those out of the way and get them. And I don't think I'm going to have to do anything. I don't think I want to screw these down that far, because see, this is just barely 3/4 of an inch, and I had 3/4 of an inch blocks. And actually, the bottom of those probably have a little screw in them too, but they were already set for the floor. And so the best, quickest, easiest thing to make sure that these stay all nice and straight is just to get little plywood blocks for each one of those. And see, those little square legs aren't that big, so 2 1/4 inch blocks should just be fine with those. And I'll cut those, and I'll be back here in a minute. Now, are you thinking what I'm just now realizing? If you've thought about this, give yourself a pat on the back. If I cut those blocks 2 1/4 inches, they're going to be over the entire carpeted area, where those little feet are only shoved right down into the carpet in those one little spot. So if I put a block in there, chances are, I'm going to bow the middle of this up ever so slightly, because I'm going to have that whole 2 1/2 inch, 2 1/4 inch piece of plywood pushed down into the carpet. Whereas right now, the feet are the only thing that are pushed down in the carpet, like an inch by inch little squares. And I looked at these little metal ones too. These are welded on, and those are metal. I don't want to unscrew those, like I said. So I'm going to cut just little pieces. And this bed really isn't going to slide around any. This little block is going to fit right down in that little wedge of the carpet that's pushed down in there. So I'm going to cut, I'm glad I'm rethinking that. I could cut them 7/8 by 7/8 even. There's 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 3 under here. So that's 8 of them. 5, 6, 7, 8. 7/8 by 7/8. Not very much, but enough, and it would just kind of fit into the little pocket of where that carpeted mush down area is. Okay? Okay. Glad I rethought that. Hey, since we're talking about this, I wanted to give you one tip when you're setting up your bed, and it cracks me up. I don't know how many times I've met guys from a furniture company, and they set up a bed, and they never get the bed square, or as square as it can be, because when you put it up, they're so flimsy. If this front is slightly slid over, this whole thing just kind of comes over at a slight angle, and it's not straight. And then when you put your bed frame in, when you put your little boxes like this, maybe it's not lined up right. And every time I go out, I've got to get my tape measure out, and I've got to line it up for the guys and tell them where I want it, because 99 out of 100 times when somebody puts it up there, it's not coming square off the wall. And a quick and dirty way to figure that out is when they put it up there, you want to make sure that their distance between next to the wall is the same pretty much on both ends, and then you just take a tape measure and you measure off the wall to the edge. And if that's 45 inches, you come over here, measure off the wall to the edge, 45 inches. Slide this front one to the left or to the right, and then you can come over and double check over here. You can check over there, you can check here, wherever you want, and you can kind of pick and choose. You don't have to square it up. Like to square something up, you would measure diagonally from one end over to here, from that end to this end. It's very hard to do that on a bed like this. I mean, I guess you could hold your tape measure exactly where you want on that corner and pick a spot over there and then measure the exact spot from there over to here and you'll get your bed square. But if this isn't lined up tight to the wall, you could still have your bed coming square, beaten square, but having it come off cockeyed off of your wall. Do you see what I'm saying? So you always want to kind of line this up. If your headboard is connected here, push it, and if you got an inch over here, make sure that side's an inch, and then you can go and measure off of here where you want, and then off of there and line that up. I'll tell you, it really helps when you're setting up a bed. Hey, since I've given you a couple tips here, this happened to be, here's another tip for you. This just happens to be a king size bed. Did you know that not all king beds mattresses are the same? Yeah. You ever heard of an Eastern king and a cow king and a standard king? Well, what's the difference between them all? Well, a standard king is actually the same size as an Eastern king. Lots of people call them Eastern kings. Well, an Eastern king is the same as a king, just a standard. Cow king means that it's not as wide, but yet it's longer, okay? A regular king size bed or an Eastern king means it's wider than the cow king, but it's just not as long as a cow king. And man, had I known, I didn't really know what Momi was ordering, and I should have checked it out, because we got the standard king, which is the Eastern king. Okay, so it's wider and it's not as long. And if you're going up a flight of stairs, like this in a condo, look at this. You should measure from the top edge up, at an angle, and see how you're going to fit that bed up. Because do you know that when they were here, they put the bed frame all together. They brought these little boxes in here. They put that together. They're getting ready to carry this. And they said, hey, we can't get it up the stairs. And I said, are you kidding me? They got it up the narrowest way. They still couldn't get it up the stairs. It took 3 of us. One guy, he was up at the front. He actually kind of bent the edge over a little bit so that he can get it up the stair. And 2 of us just wailed on it on the back and pushed it up one step at a time. It scratched up, marked up the top. I had to repaint that and stuff. We got it up here finally. And I'm going to feel sorry for whoever has to take this back down the stairs years from now, okay? Because they're going to have a heck of a time getting it down through there. And had I have been thinking, I could have measured and known what the Eastern king size measurements were and the cow king size, and I should have done that. And I would have told Momi, hey, because we have so much room here, let's get the cow king, because then we can fit it up the stairs because it's narrower than the Eastern king. Does that make sense? And it would have went up the stairs just all hunky-dory. But as it is, we got it up here. We've got enough room here. Because see, if you got a bedroom and you don't have that much room, you might still be able to get a king-size bed in here if you put the Eastern king, the standard king, instead of the cow king, because then it's not as long. Do you see what I'm saying? And if you have plenty of length, maybe you want it a little bit longer. Maybe one person is taller than the other person. Maybe they need a longer bed. Or if you want it wider, then you go with the Eastern king. You want it longer, you go with the cow king. Okay? Enough of that. There's your tip for the day. Silly rabbit. Here's my pieces. And I put a little X on the top because it's almost kind of hard to tell which side is the 3/4 thickness and which is the 7/8, because I don't want to put any wrong. I want a short 3/4, because 3/4 inch plywood is usually a 1/16 short of 3/4, and that's the plywood that I used for underneath the legs. Okay, so now I can reach down in there and put these underneath all of my legs. Okay, that's my next step. And You know, these front ones are, these down the middle shouldn't be that hard because I can just lift them up. See? Ah, look at that. I gotta be careful how I do this so I don't fall, break my leg in there, huh? Okay. Oh, just, I say it should be easy, and it should be. Come on. Raise this up and put it under there. Okay? There. Like that. Okay? And I'm gonna, ooh, wow, that's kind of tricky. I think what I should do, let's get over here, huh? But see, then now I'm on top of the leg, so I can't do it that way, can I? I got to get off of there like how I was doing, and keep doing it that way. Ooh. Okay. These are just a little snug, aren't they? Just a hair. Okay. Okay. Stick it down in there. And fish it in there. Okay? Yeah, this is going to take me a little bit of time to do. And then I've got those 3 over there, so you know, I'm just going to have to spend a few minutes and do it right. Rightio. Ooh. Ooh. Come on. There's a definite little depression in the carpet for those. I'm not really too concerned about those moving around. And could I have done the 2 1/4 inch pieces? Probably. You know, and put them over the top. I probably could have. Eventually, they would settle down, you know, to a certain extent. Okay. But I decided for the sake of argument to do it this way, because I don't really think these legs are gonna move around that much. Once I get everything back into place. Okay, I think that's kind of moved over a little. Okay, like that. Okay. Then I gotta, oh wow, that one. I was hoping I could get those. See, I may have to take my hammer and screwdriver and tap that under, because that's the metal one, underneath this drawer system. Ooh. And I may have to tap those. I don't know if I can get this one. Yeah, see, these little ones, there's no way I could have done those with a 2 1/4 inch. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna take my screwdriver under there. Because once I get it straight, it should be fine. See? Like that. There, that's fine. I'm liking that. And I'll do that to the middle one. I've got one other little one to go over on the other side. Whew. Whew. Almost done. Whew. Whew. Okay, now theory has it, when I slide that back up, these are not going to move. I'm hoping these aren't going to move. Because if they start moving around as I'm pulling that, they're going to be all discombobulated. And then I may have to get Momi out here so I can lift one side up so she can rearrange. But take a look at this before you put it back, because they never seem to fit exactly. You see the gap over here? I got the same gap like that over here. Okay, and that's just how it is. Okay, and then I got a slight gap there, and I think I'm going to be fine. Just little by little, and there's the straps on the side right here. So I may have to lift this cover up and stuff, but I'll get it. I'll get it. I did it! I did it all right. I've got it all done now. Now, whenever I want to pull something out, I can easily pull them out. Isn't that nice? They still barely fit. And can you imagine how hard it would have been for me to continue to pull those out without raising that up? And that's just what's going to happen after a while. If you just move in and you get your bed down there and those storage bins fit, and then after a while they don't fit and you're wondering, how come they're not fitting and what can I do about it? Well, now you know how to fix it. I don't know how long I've been at it, probably a good hour, if not more. And I did it while Momi was gone. She's going to be surprised when she gets home. She's probably not even going to care or realize what I did and how much easier it is, because every time she wants something out from underneath, I get it for her anyways. But now maybe she'll be able to get her own stuff out because it's going to be so much easier for her to do it. Well, I hope you learned something on this video. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.